All right, joining me tonight in Reality Check, let's start off with Dr. Niranjan Hiranandani. He's president of NAREDCO, which is the Real Estate Developers Association, and also ASSOCHAM, Chambers of Industry, and of course is a big realty player himself in Mumbai and elsewhere. Thank you for joining us. Also, we have with us Rituparna Chakraborty, co-founder and executive vice president, Teamly Services, which is a job placement company, and DP Kaushik, spokesperson BJP Haryana, is also with us. Let me just start with you, Rituparna, about your thoughts on this Haryana. Many states have been talking about it. Haryana has actually gone ahead with this quota in private sector. Are you worried, and if so, why?
Yes, I am distinctly worried. I think the move goes against the basic principle of meritocracy that acts as the foundation for businesses to grow and remain competitive. And such protectionism, when clearly there are encouraging signs of economic recovery, would actually end up scaring employers, which will cost the state the much needed jobs now and also in the long run. And I probably could have understood the motive and the intentions if it was a reaction to the pandemic and was a short-term step.
Yes.
But the fact that it's been done for 10 years, the fact that it encompasses those employed up to 50,000, which is a very wide spectrum of the youth, I am distinctly worried, because we have to acknowledge that till about 2 decades back, Haryana was an economic wasteland, and there are organizations across the globe, software companies decided to come down on Gurgaon, and it is what it is today. And it may not augur well for the state to treat these organizations as hostages. I mean, it won't take much time for the software companies to move out, honestly. Manufacturing might take a bit longer, but not impossible.
Right. Niranjan Hiranandani, you agree?
I think we need to now think about not Haryana or Punjab or Maharashtra. We need to think about one India. You know, our workmen people go into Dubai and work. They go to America and work. How are we talking about different states having issues? I can understand this for unskilled workmen. And I can understand unskilled workmen who are there, maybe much lower salary than 50,000, maybe 20,000 or something lower than that in unskilled job. But the moment you go into skilled jobs, I just mentioned in terms of software and other things, I think the criteria in terms of how efficiency should work, because then the top-end companies will slowly gravitate to other states. So I think in the long run, it may not be good for Haryana itself. So the challenge is not the question of giving jobs to the local, but also seeing that in the long run, suppose some company wants to expand its business. They will then decide to choose other states. Then that way it will be to the detriment of Haryana. So I think personally Haryana needs to look at this. But I agree that at the lowest level,
there you can have reservation. Okay. Kaushik साहब, क्या कहना है आपका कि कॉर्पोरेट्स काफ़ी इससे परेशान हैं? वो कह रहे हैं कि इससे हरियाणा को ही नुकसान होगा, कंपनियां हरियाणा से भाग जाएंगी और हो सकता है नोएडा सबसे करीब है वहां आ जाएं और जगह चले जाएं।
देखिए सर, मुझे नहीं लगता इससे कंपनियों को नुकसान होने वाला है। देखिए, हमारे एक संकल्प पत्र बीजेपी का सरकार का था, ये हमने डिसाइड किया था भी 75% रिजर्वेशन हम अपने लोकल बॉडीज को, जो हमारे युवा हैं। और एक बात मैं बताना चाहूंगा, मैक्सिमम क्या है कि जो अच्छे पढ़े लिखे लोग हरियाणा में, वो तो ऑलरेडी बाहर या सेटल, बड़ी बड़ी कंपनी में बाहर सेटल हुए हुए। ये जो है ना, मुझे लगता है कि मोस्टली जो नीचे की जो लोग कैटेगरी के जो है वर्कर टाइप लोगों को, उनको ज्यादा बेनिफिट होने वाला है। उनके लिए तो मुझे लगता नहीं कॉर्पोरेट में कोई फर्क पड़ने वाला है। तो ये
आप कह रहे हैं कि नहीं, देखिए कौशिक साहब, ये लोअर लोगों की आप बात कर रहे हैं, 50,000 रुपीज का जो कैप है, लेकिन ये तो सारे कंपनियों को अप्लाई करता है ना। जो निरंजन जी कह रहे हैं कि अगर सिर्फ जो लो स्किल्ड वर्क्स हैं, मैनुअल हैं, उसके लिए नहीं है, ये सॉफ्टवेयर के लिए भी है, आईटी के लिए भी है, टोयोटा से लेकर एयरटेल से लेकर जो सारी कंपनियां हरियाणा में हैं, गुड़गांव की खास मैं बात कर रहा हूं, ये सबको अप्लाई करेगा। तो ये तो सबको इफेक्ट करेगा।
नहीं, एग्री विद यू सर, बट मेरा मानना है कि अगर देखिए हरियाणा के लोगों को रोजगार मिलता है, बाहर के लोगों को रोजगार मिलता कहीं पे भी, उससे बड़ी कंपनी हो उनसे हरियाणा के लोगों को देने में रोजगार में फर्क क्या पड़ेगा? सैलरी तो मोस्टली मुझे लगता है कि अगर देखिए कंपनी ये तो नहीं करी भी किसी को देना ही देना है, वो उनका जो क्राइटेरिया होगा वो कंपनी डिसाइड करेगी, उसके अंदर 75% ये तो नहीं कह दिया किसी को आपको नहीं जी ये अगर फेल या पास आपको देना ही देना है।
नहीं, बट
सरकार ने डिसाइड करना।
कोटा का मतलब ये है कि कोटा का मतलब ये हुआ कि आपको उन्हीं को हरियाणा के लोगों को ही देना है, जबकि आप जानते हैं कि जॉब सेक्टर प्राइवेट सेक्टर कंपेटिटिव है, जो बेस्ट पर्सन है उसको नौकरी मिलती है, चाहे वो हरियाणा का हो, चाहे तमिलनाडु का हो, चाहे बिहार का हो, कहीं का भी हो सकता है। बट एनीवे, आप कह रहे हैं कि दिस इज अ प्रॉमिस यू मेड एंड आप उसको रखना चाहते हैं। More panelists are joining us. More panelists are joining us on the show. We have Vishnu Goyal with us, State President, Haryana Chambers of Commerce and Industry. Mr. Goyal, thank you for joining us.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
What do you make of this, this new law? Is this worrying for? Is this a worry for you?
Yeah, basically what is this is happening, we are representing the largest MSME section in the Haryana.
Achha, medium
State
industries.
President, yeah. See, these things, there are two separate issues. One is the local government, the other is by the central government. All the local governments have the certain limitations, certain liabilities, but these should not be looked up in the economic sector. See, as farmers have been left free, you can sell the product anywhere, you can get the product produced anywhere. Industry should not be burdened like this. See, what is the problem here? In the MSME sector also, where we employ the lower unskilled workers also, semi-skilled workers also, these workers are not available in Haryana. Majority of the lower labor are available from UP, Bihar or other places, and even there, as on today, there is a huge shortage of labor in the state. By making these things, making these limitations, it will be becoming a problem for the industry. The government should not interfere in the economic sectors. This is the growing time. Lot of problems have been faced by the industry.
Okay, fair enough. Now, you're saying this as well. We've had now consensus from this across the board, at least from all the corporate voices on the panel. But I want to ask Prateek Som. Prateek Som, who is of the JJP of Dushyant Chautala, alliance partner of the BJP. In fact, they were one of those who were actually pushing for this. That everyone from the corporate side is worried. They say this is going to lead to an exodus of jobs from Haryana, and this is something that the government should not get into the interference. The fact is that the Khattar government, your government, has not been able to do a very good job of job creation. If you look at the data, let's put the data up. Jobless Haryana, highest in India. This is Center for Monitoring Indian Economy. This is February data. Haryana is at almost 27%. Rajasthan below that is 25%. Goa 21%. All India is about 7%. You have a serious jobs problem. And you're trying, some would argue, to pass the buck by putting quota for private sector, which may actually backlash. Private sector may leave, and then you will have a bigger unemployment problem.
See, to begin with, it's an accepted fact that Haryana, since quite some time, has faced the biggest issue, that is of employment. And I will not shy away for accepting this fact that this was our main manifesto promise to give job to our boys and our girls, our local Haryana natives who has domiciled in Haryana. Now, to give you a counter on that, the corporate has problem, the industry has problem. This act, before getting enacted, has gone through legal tests, has gone through the industry suggestions, and we have very well incorporated checks and balances so that industry should have a good say in this, and whoever they want to employ, they can employ, but a preference should be given to a local youth. It is this act.
No, it is not preference. Sorry,
No,
Prateek
I
Som,
tell you, see, let me
when you
complete,
say
I tell you.
75%
Yes, I tell you. I
quota,
tell
that
you,
is now mandatory. It's not a
let
preference.
me-
You've not left an option.
No. Let me give you a broader perspective. What the act says. The act says it does not impose that you have to employ 75% people. It says that when you want to employ, you have to have a Haryana local youth who is qualified, who has skills, and who is proficient. In case you doesn't find this kind of candidate, then you may file for exemption, and on that basis, if it has any merit, the employer will be exempted. So
But
we are
the
not giving
process for exemption, I went
Yes.
through the rules, is very convoluted. I mean, you have exemption,
No, it is not.
but
just
you have to go
make
through
simple
quite a long
application.
process of trying to convince the government that you don't have, that the person didn't meet.
No.
Anyway,
No,
the
see,
point
it
is, okay.
Let me give you a perspective on this, that why we brought this law. We have to understand that when our industry takes resources from states, when they have incentives, then the local people should also derive some benefit out of it. When we read the act, there are appropriate checks and balances.
Okay, you're saying that checks and balances. Let me move on. Rituparna, I take your point about worries, but how would you address this anxiety? And this is not just Haryana. Many states, Andhra Pradesh tried to bring a similar law. I believe that's been challenged in court. Maharashtra said 80% private sector jobs for locals. Jharkhand promised 75% for locals. Madhya Pradesh said state government jobs only for residents. How would you address these anxieties that states have about the fact that their own people are not getting jobs, unemployment is rising?
I think the only way to address this problem is focus on incentives for job creations rather than job preservations or creating quotas. I think the amount of effort and due diligence that have been put in formulating this act, honestly, and Haryana has been Gurgaon has been a role model, by the way, in terms of how you can usher in and create an infrastructure, create an ecosystem which attracts jobs. So why all the states need to do is show up as job magnets. And honestly, with this entire move of going again, I mean, moving away businesses from China and doing things locally within the country, it's a great opportunity for states to actually come out with policies which attract businesses and employers.
Right.
So the point is, if you increase the net sum of jobs, local youth from other states, everyone will benefit.
Everyone benefits.
And it's a reality.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with what was just shared a while back by Mr. Goyal, that right now, Haryana has situations in many job roles where the local youth is not sufficient to meet the demand.
Right, that's
And
the point.
Nobody wants to, yeah.
That's the point. DP कौशिक जी, आपने सुना होगा कि आप ही के जो हैं विष्णु गोयल, हरियाणा चेंबर्स ऑफ कॉमर्स एंड इंडस्ट्री, आप कह रहे थे कि हरियाणा में बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग हैं जो मजदूरी का काम, अनस्किल्ड या लो स्किल्ड काम कर सकते हैं. वो कह रहे हैं ऐसे लोग हरियाणा में नहीं हैं. भारी तादाद में बाकी स्टेट से आके उस जॉब के वैकेंसीज को फिल करने हैं. तो जब लोग ही नहीं हैं अपने पास, तो कोटा लाने से क्या फायदा? ये तो एक राजनीतिक, कोई कह सकते हैं कि गिमिक हो गया ना फिर, कि आप जॉब ला नहीं पा रहे हैं इसलिए आप कोटा कर रहे हैं. ये तो कह रहे हैं कि स्किल्ड लोग है ही नहीं आपके पास.
सर देखिए, मैं इंडस्ट्री से मैं भी जुड़ा हूं, मैं भी अपने इंडस्ट्रीज का प्रेसिडेंट हूं और मेरी भी इंडस्ट्री. ऐसा नहीं है कि हमारे यहाँ पे पता एक सिस्टम बना हुआ है कंपनियों में. आज भी हमारे जो बेसिक स्किल जो कंपनियों को देना है, जो एम्प्लॉइज को देना है, हम लोग वो भी नहीं देते जानबूझ के, क्योंकि कंपनियों की आदत बनी हुई है. जो बाहर से लोग आते हैं, जैसे बिहार, जस्ट लाइक यूपी से, जो अगर हमारे को 8200 रुपए देना है तो कंपनी उसमें 82 रुपए देने भी आनाकानी करती है. वो उनको 6000 में 7000 में मिलता है. मैंने देखा मेरी कंपनी में अब बीटेक लोग जो लड़के हैं, बीटेक के बिहार से आए हुए, वो 8-8 रुपए में नौकरियां कर रहे हैं, 10-10 रुपए में. अब सोचिए, तो ऐसा नहीं है, किसी पे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला.
अच्छा,
सरकार
ये विष्णु गोयल जी wants to respond to that. Vishnu Goyal ji, you want to respond that?
Yes,
Person,
definitely.
That there is a bias against. One second, one at a time. Let's get Mr. Vishnu Goyal to respond. Yes, Vishnu Goyal ji.
इंडस्ट्री इज लॉ अबाइडिंग. आजकल ऐसा नहीं है, कम पेजेस कोई नहीं दे सकता, ना देता है ना दे सकता है. लेकिन हरियाणा में आज हम नंबर ऑफ एग्जांपल्स वी आर राइटिंग टू द डिस्ट्रिक्ट फॉर अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ वर्कर, दे आर नॉट अवेलेबल. एनी स्किल वी कैन इम्प्रूव द स्किल, गवर्नमेंट को स्किल इम्प्रूव करे, देन अपनी कैपेबिलिटी पे लोग जॉब्स लें, दैट इज द बेस्ट थिंग. और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट शुड ऑल्सो इंटरफियर, because these are laws, states are not advised to make the labor laws. These labor laws should be looked after by the central government. In one phase, our Prime Minister is saying one India, 140 crore Indians. So it should be one India, and why these states are making different laws for local residents?
You know, okay, one thing I wanted to say, let's put the numbers on the screen. Let's put the numbers on the screen, Prateek Som, because fact is that when it comes to jobs, Haryana has really had a very checkered record. Now, one second, hold on, let me finish. Haryana, we did this during the time of the elections. The Chief Minister said 72,000 jobs were provided in his tenure. An RTI was filed, this is between 2014 to 18, it only found 604 jobs were provided. Then, when it came to trying to understand how many people are jobless in Haryana, the math was simply not adding up. An RTI in May found 11 lakhs. In November 2018, an economic survey said 7.7 lakhs. In December 2018, the state government said 6.2 lakhs. In September 2019, the Chief Minister said 80,000 jobless. So, the fact is that this quota system seems to be a political attempt to cover up your inability to create jobs. And as Rituparna is saying, the best solution to joblessness is to incentivize more industries to come, more jobs will be created, locals can benefit, everybody can benefit. Why not do that rather than try to protect jobs only for locals?
Yes. So, Srinivasan, I agree with Rituparna on this. So, what state government under the leadership of Dushyant Chautala has planned, that we will provide the proficient and the skilled labor, skilled employees. How it will be done? So there will be a parallel feeder system of ITIs and the training centers along with the industry. So a local boy gets into a ITI, gets into a
and
training
then
center,
try to think of quotas. No, I'm saying.
Let me complete, please. Let me complete. So these feeders will basically train the local boys, will make them skilled as per the requirements of the ITI, and then they will go for their interviews in the specific industry, and thereby if the employer feels that he is not getting the proficient and the skilled labor,
fine.
Then he may file for an exemption.
But Prateek,
what is the problem? If a local person
why not first do that? First create a pool of skilled workforce, then you can make the argument for quota. You're putting the cart before the horse. Okay, very quickly. Dr. Hiranandani.
Already it is under draft, and ITI centers will be the feeder for the industry.
Dr. Hiranandani, what are you going to do as chambers of commerce if this phenomenon is spreading already? It starts to spread. Is this going to be challenged in court? Are you going to petition governments to not do? What are you going to do?
We have no plans to challenge this in court, but I'm sure that some persons would like to do so, especially the people who are finding it difficult to get people in Haryana. I think the specific companies would take the issues based on the statistics of their employment and requirements of it. But I'm a little worried about Haryana, because I think up till now, we all looked at Haryana in a different way in terms of the progressive nature with direction in terms of employment and other opportunities. And remember, they were drawing the best people from all over the country. So all the clever people, all the intelligent people, the IT people, the software people are coming from all over India to come to work in Gurgaon, work in Hyderabad, work in Bangalore, work in Mumbai. Now that would become a second fiddle. And I'm 100% sure that UP will take the leadership very quickly in Greater Noida and take that thing.
Okay,
so the surplus employment which you're talking about, new employment, will probably take place in other states like UP. And they are quite open in terms of this thought process. So I think there's a challenge there, not only for the local companies, but also the government itself in terms
of
what progressive nature they want to take in terms
We'll have to see how it plays out, but I'm sure, as you're saying, that the UP government and its Industrial Development Corporation is going to be watching this very, very closely. We're completely out of time. Thank you all very much indeed for joining us on Reality Check. And thanks for watching. Good night.